Toot, after a 5-4 loss to the Providence College Friars, were on the scoreboard, you were in the game, but very frankly, throughout much of the game, you could see this was the Minutemen that we've come to know and get frustrated by. You just don't know who and what shift, and even in the shift to shift, who's going to show up.
Well, it goes back, let's look at the first UNH game up there. We get beat 7-3. Then we come back here the next night and beat BC when they were #1 in the country. So we go in last night and we beat BU. And, you know, much to be made of it. And then we come here in our own building, and I couldn't tell you what we were doing in the first period. You know, the people, I just have too few people that I can depend on night after night. I've got a few, and certainly I don't want to take anything away from how good Michael Pereira was tonight, because he was really at jump and was very creative and was really terrific. And there were a few other guys out there that had decent games, good games. But generally speaking, it was really interesting to watch us go from the way we played last night to the way we played tonight. We talked a lot about this for many weeks, and you know, they apparently think they have more answers than I do. So we'll keep addressing it. But people want to know why I'm not riding one goaltender. Well, I get 2 different efforts on 2 different nights, and that game isn't all on Kevin Boyle by any means. But he wasn't nearly as sharp as he was last night. So that speaks to about 85% of our team.
That is obviously why you pulled him. One of the questions I had, of course, for you was, a lot of times, obviously, coaches use that as a momentum shift or whatever, a power booster, if you will, but Kevin wasn't up to his usual game.
I didn't think so, but I mean, you know, at that point in the game, it was evident. You know, if I were really trying to change the momentum, I might have pulled him after the second or third goal, you know, and tried to use it in that way. But I did, you know, 4-1, get Steve some work, see if we can shift the momentum, and see if we can come up with a few bigger saves and big runs. Having said that, I want to reemphasize that there was a lot of poor play in front of Kevin, so it's not all on him. But everyone, for the most part, with the exception of maybe 4 or 5 guys, had difficult nights.
I want to say this for Providence. I'm not going to compare them to Lowell, but there's some characteristics about their work ethic, at least seeing them on the road. I thought that they won a lot of battles. Now, you may say, well, we lost the battles, but I thought they won some of them.
Well, I mean, you're either winning them or losing them in most instances, and they certainly did win more than this year. And I'm sure when we score this out, we'll see just that. No, I don't take anything away from Providence. I saw them play a couple of weeks ago and lose a tough game at Merrimack, and that's the one thing I came back with, is how hard they go to the net and how hard they compete. So, I mean, that's a pretty simple formula. And they've got a few good players that are having good years, and the guy in the net is, you know, a real good player. So there's no secret, or it's not rocket science, as I've said many times before. We were disorganized and dysfunctional, and I know that my coaches, you know, went through the same type of protocol that we do for every game, and there's no rhyme to reason to it.
Finally, 6 games left in the season. Next up is the University of Maine, one of the hotter teams in college hockey after a slow start. I don't want to sound too dramatic yet, but the season is definitely on the line next week.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you know, as far as I was concerned, tonight was a real giveaway. I mean, we've unfortunately put ourselves in a position where it's like us in Northeastern for that last spot, unless something really dramatic happens with us. And I don't know that I can depend on that, or anybody can. So we're battling for our lives, and I hate looking at the board hoping that the other team goes down. I just like to take care of my own business, and we haven't proven that we can do that consistently.
All right, Toot, we'll see you in Orono. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke.